All right, we have Luxia versus Cillian here in the first duel. Now, Luxia is level 11, Cillian level 9.
This Warlock loses. There's no way he wins. Luxia should be playing with two-hander, by the way, not a sword and board. I hope he has a two-hander.
Cillian's gonna use that health potion.
Okay, there is that heal from the Warlock. He's topped off. Luxia getting feared here, getting fully dotted up, but Luxia taking no damage at all, ladies and gentlemen. And Luxia is going to close up. He still has bubble and lay of hand. Luxia is looking fine so far. He is getting a little bit low here, half health, and the little meter is not updating. There is that update now. I'm not sure why Luxia is not playing with the two-hander. He could be chunking him. There's a little potion being Luxia. Warlock doing his very best to dot him up, and down goes the Warlock. And Warlock is still in his level 1 red robe. He did not get a single chest. Feels bad, man. Should I DM Luxia and tell him to equip two-hander? Because Pally versus Pally, you need a two-hander. I remember S-Fan was trying to go sword and board, and I was like, dude, you need to go two-hander. Two-hander is the play in low-level duels, man. No help? Okay. You guys remember, right? When we had the little OTK thing? Savix $25,000 tournament. Yeah, this one, man.
Hello, my name is
Luxia using a one-hander and a shield instead of the two-hander.
Yeah, exactly what I was talking about.
That blew my mind, Sarth. I don't know. Maybe he found a really good
no,
shield and he wanted to use it.
He needs to go two-hander.
He found a really good one-hander. Who knows?
On paper, if the Mage plays properly, Mage should take this battle because he can poly reset, and Rogue has no gap closer at this level and can't get out of root since he's a human rogue. If it's a gnome, he can escape artist out of root, but he's a human, so we'll see. That being said, though, if he spams throwing knife, he might be able to just kill him here, and the Rogue is trying to slowly close in here, ladies and gentlemen. But the Mage optimally just spin it around. Not sure if he already used Perception here, but I think Rogue will get the opener. The Mage should at least like use a little... Oh, gets him perfectly. There is that throwing knife and one Sinister Strike going off. There's that throw. What is the Mage doing? He already potioned. That was a waste of a potion right there. And the Rogue is getting absolutely destroyed here. Bruv with that one backstab into two. Oh, the Mage is kind of choking here. There's that gouge. If Bruv could get a backstab, he will take this battle. And there's that big abyss. One throwing and he wins. There it is. The Mage choked a little bit there. Bravo to Bruv. Brudvis. Bravo. Alright, here we go. Rogue versus Paladin. The Paladin just has to stun or bubble. Oh, there's already that nade going through from the quest item. There's a perception being used as well here. The Paladin should take this, and there is that stun right away. And to Seal of Righteousness, there is the evasion being used and a gouge. Okay, this Rogue is throwing because you shouldn't evasion and gouge. You're wasting like 2 seconds of the gouge. Oh, it's lagging. Yeah, wasting evasion with the gouge there. But the Paladin getting dangerously low here. There's that potion being used. And another gouge being used. And a little bandage, of course. Nice little tech there. I'm not sure why she doesn't have a pants on. There's that potion being used from For Real Bussin'. The Paladin just doing his best to auto-attack Andy, but the Rogue is getting him dangerously low here. If he had gear on, he might have a good chance. He should go for a reset here. Maybe even eat, spam, and stealth, sit down. Will be the play here. There is that eat, sit down, press the stealth. Gotta walk away fast as possible. This Rogue can take it. This Paladin has no clue what he's doing right now. There is... Dynamite being used once again, but completely whiffs it. The Rogue should be eating, and there is that food going off right away, ladies and gentlemen. Rogue topping off full health. This will be a full reset. Now the Paladin still has lay on hand, I believe. And Rogue gets the re-stealth. If he plays the same way and gets re-stealth after he lay on hands, he could win this. But he should put a pants on. I don't know why she's just wearing underwear. There's that big backstab. He should gouge and just maybe kite away and get a bandage tick. The gouge, unfortunately, doesn't land. Might have parried there. There's that big abyss. Paladin might go for a heal here. There is that bandage and Paladin going for the heal. And there is that dynamite being used from the Rogue. Ooh, trying to close in. The gouge does happen. He might get the big backstab. There is that big backstab. Getting dangerously low here. This is a close match. Does he have a gouge coming up soon? He's praying for it and goes for the abyss instead and goes down. He should have had that pants on. He could have had a little bit more armor, man. And ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Fix TV versus Tiny Towel. I thought this was Tiny Violin. And there's that dot taking a massive fear. Fear to Africa over here. Both dots are applied. He's trying to get close to land a Hodge. He does have the big juicer mace. That's what I'd like to see. And there's that Hodge and Seal of Crusader on. He's trying. He should bubble this insta. He should have bubbled this insta. What is he doing? Oh, there's that Warlock Hellstone. I would have liked to see that bubble so he could have got out of the fear and dropped off both the dots Immolate and I think it was Agony, right? And now there's a bubble, but not getting a good value out of it. I would have rather wanted to see the Paladin use the bubble while being fear so that the DR goes on and he gets rid of the fear immediately. This will be a fool now, and it breaks early. So there was a 10-second. Why does no one have a pants on? Everyone's trying to show their ass cheeks here, ladies and gentlemen. Trying to seduce the enemy player or something. And the Warlock taking massive damage. There is that fear being landed once again here. Vix has to close in or he might go down. And there's that lay of hand use. And the finish to get the kill on Tiny. Flix taking that W. Should have had that pants on, man. Oh, Rogue doesn't get to open it. That's kind of huge for the Priest right there.
That'll be strong, but he doesn't have a fear, and there is.
Oh my God, Priest is just getting blasted. Oh.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he's not even the level to have fear, so it's just GG.
Wow. So it was actually,
Good combination.
it was actually well.
Okay, Blorby level 12 versus Luna 9. Ah, I don't see Luna taking this shot. Oh, already a late Frostbolt. Not sure. There is that Fireball combination. And there's a Judgment landing on Luna. Luna cannot let Blorby touch him. There's that combination once again. Big damage going through. Blorby just crawling his way to Luna. Luna actually doing a very good job here. And Blorby just going for a heal instead of closing in with the gap and stunning and sending it home. There is that Judgment being used. He might just take him down with the Judgment here. There's that Polymorph coming through as well. But the Fist of Justice comes through. Or Hand of Justice. And trying to get that Polymorph. Cancels it. Goes with the re-poly. And barely lands it. The pod had to be used there though. And he's got to go max distance. Full bodybuilder meal number 1 incoming soon, boys. Pally is sitting that full poly. Breaks prematurely actually. Casts a Seal of Righteousness. Luna getting a full bandage tick here. I would recommend him eat moving, but not optimizing it. There's that re-polymorph going through. Luna's actually playing very well. I would like to see a big Fireball Frostbolt combination, but the polymorph does break early. He is going for that 1 second E-tick. There is that Frostbolt landing once again and that Fire Blast on his face here. Frostbolt landing once again. That might have been a rank 1 Frostbolt. It was a fast cast. Good to see from Luna. Luna is now locked into the game. His nerves are calming down. He does have a good chance, but he's just so much lower on the levels. 3 levels lower. And you could also get a resist. He might go down here. Potentially, there's that big swing. And down goes Luna. And slash bow from Blorby's. Fair play. Being respectful. Bowing down. Oh, we're already starting. There is that fear landing on Infestor with the Immolate and Corruption and Agony ticking. All the dots are on. I would have loved to see a little bubble, of course, there, but Shadow Bolt being casted. Another fear. Maybe he bubbles this one and cancels it out. Oh, doesn't. He just sits it and takes all the damage here. I'd like to see Paladins do that more often, but I think these are beginner Squire Paladins because, yeah, you just end up healing, wasting mana. You're gonna bubble and heal up and waste mana. You could just bubble at full health, drop all those dots off, including the fear, and just smack their cock, right? And Infestor trying to catch up here. Gets that swing, but misses. There's a fear being casted once again. And all the dots are taking on Infestor once again here. He just sits it fully, never bubbling. Infestor's getting very low, and he's fear to Africa here. Going for that Holy Light. It will be a little mana game, but they're going for a reset, it appears. Going for that little drink. BitPace didn't even have an imp out. He's summoning it now. What kind of Warlock goes into a Mak'gora without a pet here? Gudan must be disappointed right now. There's that Hodja. Big swing. Oh my god. And there's that potion. Hellstone combination. He's got to pray to God that he gets a good fear here. And he goes to Africa because he needs that pet out quick. And this Warlock, he needs to run the opposite way and try to get this bandage tick. But not optimizing the fear here. Might be a punishment for him. He's going for a bandage instead of casting another fear here. This Warlock's throwing. And he gets a big chunk. The fear barely lands. He needs to go to Africa and eat right now and summon that pet. I don't know what this Warlock is thinking, ladies and gentlemen. But he is just thinking about Guzu touching his PP or something. There's that food again. And a little corruption and agony. Just run one way and the Paladin will never touch you, my boy. Oh, he stands still though. And that... Oh, dude, he gets a fear. And this Pally sitting just a full fear holding bubble for next season of Mastery or something. He gets a tick off. He's going for the immolate here. But the Holy Light comes in. He needs to run one way. The Warlock runs one way. Oh. And down he goes. Chat, these guys don't even have Pursuit of Justice right now. If Warlock dots and runs one way, Paladin will never catch him. Never ever. Alright, next we have Sony and Kolo. This is going to be an interesting battle. It could go both ways. We saw Venruki versus Zico back in the first Mak'gora, which I was into. And Zico did manage to beat Venruki on a Paladin. All you have to do is just milk out Bubble and Lay of Hand and just keep palling, resetting each time you get the cooldown. Alright, Sony with the polymorph onto Kolo. This is not looking good for Kolo. Kolo's getting banged out of his mind. He already bubbles. This is not good at all for Kolo. Sony has been watching Zico's duel versus Venruki. Kolo didn't even get a heal off. This man is crazy. Sony could potentially end it here. What is Kolo doing? What was that? That was the worst play I've seen in my life. All the Paladins are frowning down upon you. What the heck was that, man? Is that actually Kolo, the tournament player, or is that a random Kolo? I don't want to be disrespectful, but that was, I'm disappointed as a Paladin. That was super disappointing, of course. Alright, here we go. This Warlock is fully buffed, and there is that perception with the little backpack. He does see him. There will be a corruption being casted. Corruption resists, though. The agony does land. He's trying to go for fear here. The rogue takes the fear with the sprint, so he will be running to Africa. This is not good for Lom. Lom is not having a fun time. He's just feared all the way to Africa, and the sprint will be going. Why is the Warlock running towards the rogue? I'm not sure what's happening here. There's that immolation being cast in the gouge to stop the immolation. Great stop by Lom. Lom stabbing his back, and the fear's trying to go through, and the fear does land, and there will be an immolation combo, and the Warlock just runs one way, and he will win this victory. He did not get that cast off because it ranged and down. Oh, there's a fat potion being used by Lom, and there is that gouge, but the Warlock still has his candy, and there's that candy being used. More dots and evasion. Evasion will do nothing. It is a desperation move at this point here, and he needs to drink his potion or he might go down here. The rocket being used, and what the fuck is he live tab? What, dude, is he trying to throw, or holy moly, what am I witnessing here? Chat, get me in this tournament. This tournament seems like a free W or something. And ladies and gentlemen, the duel is going on right now. Holy Saxboy just smacking Father Rose for being a bad Catholic church, and maybe checking out some little files here and there. And Holy Father just melting away, and there's that pop being used. This is a big Mason D. These guys have been doing their research, and there is that shield going through, but not enough to hold through Holy Saxboy's mighty hammer. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Holy Saxboy RP walking and slash soloing. Respectful Paladins. That's what we like to see, of course. Nim versus Ali. There's a perception being used. I was just about to say they should run the other way because perception is going to get them out. Oh! But not after he gets the opener. I'm not sure what this rogue is doing, but he's trying to run And he knows he can't get there, so he starts throwing knives with the little rocket. He's trying to kill the imp or something. He's backpedaling, gouging the imp here. He's running the opposite direction, and the wand finishes off Mr. Alec SOD. Minus 4 hours of the grind. Rest in pepperonis, of course. 07's in the chat. And let's go to the next duel, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, here we go, boys. Josito versus Pug. There is that dot taking on him and the polymorph going through. Josito going for that pet kill. Not a bad choice since the pet has like 2 health. It's a little green mob, of course. And Josito will be going for that full reset. This is expected from a great player. I'm looking forward to him and fighting in future battles. But he's only level 10 while others are 11. So he's at a 1 level disadvantage. It would have been nice to see at least even 12. There's that re-polymorph into a fire blast. Into another fireball combination. Double fire, triple fireball. Holy moly. Big damage there. And the Warlock is trying to get a pet. If I were the Warlock, I would try to get a fear and then resummon the pet and run to Africa to eat to full. But he's not optimizing his cooldowns here. There was that pot being used and that double dot taking. He really got to get that fear landed. But Josito doing a fantastic job of kiting away, max ranging his cast. And Josito going for that big reset. And there's that corruption being cast. He should have went for the fear first. He's not optimizing his fear. And Josito palling him will get him the full health. And Josito going for the full reset. I would love to see this Warlock get a fear off. And get a summon pet. We'll see what happens. Josito going for that re-polymorph so he can secure the 4 fireball jutsu. And maybe he's just trying to get one more sip before he does cast. And there is that Katon Kyokyaku no Jutsu being casted and the agony being thrown onto Hosie. Hosie is melting away for sure. And there's that fireball spam. This Warlock is not using fear. I'm getting upset here. He's just kiting away with nothing on it. Josito's getting free drinks here. And they're just trading drinks. Oh man, you gotta get the fear, man. Oh, what is he doing, Chad? Oh, does he not have fear? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Firestar versus Band or Revs. Firestar with the full consumables. Using perception, he will get the rogue out. And there's a double Ibis being used. But Firestar taking no damage. There's a slice and dice. He's just gonna PvE auto attack. He should evasion high here, but not popping that evasion. He's paying the price. Does he have a potion? At least there is the potion being used. And there's that Hodge coming through. Firestar going for a heal. That heal was a big throw. I'm not sure why he was going for a heal there. And there's a slice and dice. The rogue has to pop evasion, but he might be forgetting because of the nerf, or he's saving the cooldown for next Season of Mastery Phase 2 or something like that. But he might just go down and not be able to use it anymore. And down he goes. And Paladins all being respectful to their RP, kneeling down. PPC, of course. Oh, C-Dank has this for free, chat. Level 12 versus 9. Oh, what was Jobiz doing? He was typing something instead of fighting. He's popping his seal late Hodge. There's that bubble insta from C-Dank canceling. That's what I like to see. C-Dank actually redeeming himself from that last dueling tournament. Playing optimally. Jobiz, you gotta cancel the bubble, man. You're waiting for it. What are you doing, my man? And there's that judgment being used. Job is actually having a good shot at this, swinging his big bad mace, getting a little low. There's that firebolt in his face. I'm not sure if he will get this cast off. He might get it off. He gets a judgment, maybe a big swing. He's using perception to Byakugan and down. Goes Jobiz. Alright, next duel, let's get it. Arrow V. Level 9 versus Death. Oh, is Death perceptioning? There's a perception. He will get to find them. And there's that dot taking on. There's that gouge landing. Is he going to go for the backstab? The backstab does land, but not a lot of damage here. The fear does land as well here. Arrow breaking out of the fear early. Very lucky for him here. Hopefully he has a potion ready. The fear are just breaking instantly. He has good favor. He needs to get a potion or something, but Arrow might not have anything. And down he goes. Damn, if he had a potion, he could have maybe won that. He could have maybe taken that. Alright, Luxia versus Broody. I hope Luxia has a two-handed weapon and he doesn't play this whole thing out with one-hander. Unless Luxia goes two-hander, he is not going to take this W. He needs to go two-hander. And there is that Judgment going through with the Hodge insta, smacking with his tiny TP weapon, and there's that evasion being used from the Rogue. Will Luxia trade off any cooldown here? Big potion being used from the Rogue. And the evasion's almost running out. There was a swift backstab I like there. There's a gouge as well. I would have loved to see that Rogue go for a bandage after that gouge immediately to top off. And the Rogue kites away. The Rogue is actually playing very well. I'm liking his playstyle. Outside of the bandage, Luxia should sit down immediately and start chugging his water. But not chugging water. Still looking for the Rogue somewhere here. He doesn't have bubble. He only has lay of hand left. If the Rogue could do the same thing and wait it out, he can take the W here, but he doesn't have evasion this time to buy time. And there's that big combination using the bag of marble, throwing in his eyes. He needs to get a gouge here, but the gouge unfortunately misses and the Hodge lands, and Luxia gets that fat potion. He needs to live to the next gouge, but down he goes. Very unfortunate. Miss gouge, and Luxia taking the win. I almost want to DM Luxia to tell him to equip the two-hander, but I will not and let them play it out. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, Fix TV versus Core Boss. There's the judgments being used. Both party members using Seal of the Crusader for the big damage. It is an equal match here, but Corba's just swinging so much harder, and the bag of marble does kick in with the miss over here. And there's a Hodge being used. Will he go for the heal? He did stutter a little. I should have seen that heal casted immediately after the stun. A little bit slow in Corb doing the first bubble. I'm not sure if he needed to trade there, but he doesn't. Cancels the bubble. These two players know what they're doing, at least knowing how to cancel the bubble after the cast. There is that Crusader Seal going in once again, and there's pot being used full health, and Fix's potion does absolutely nothing compared to Core Boss's potion. I believe Fix still has a lay of hand unless he used it on the last match, and down goes Fix Corb, taking the W over here. El Goblino, Zico versus Soul Styles. Soul Styles with that food buff and sharpening blade. Holy! Yo, maybe I shouldn't count this rogue out. He's ready. Will Soul Styles get the opener, chat, is the real question. And he is closing up. He might get the sap. Oh my god, he does get the sap. This is insane. Will he get a big backstab? He's aiming for the full energy tick. There's a stealth. Into big, holy moly. Unfortunate that he cannot move. And there's that full polymorph into big bandage. And it's GG from here, ladies and gentlemen. Might as well type 07 in the chat. This rogue is never going to catch him, chat, unless he resists. But I think we can precast 07. He's never going to catch him. He's going to fireball, rank 1 frostball right here. And the sprint comes through. Oof. Oof. It's just over, chat. It's just over. I already know how it's going to be. Yep. It's GG. Oh, there's a potion. He might get through. Oh, there's a throwing. Oh, what do you do? Why are you running the opposite way? Oh my god, he's throwing. Dude, he could have maybe had him if he just closed up because he's Why did he run away if he's gonna come back anyway? Like, what was that? He just spammed. Zico does have a potion though in the back pocket, chat. No, dude. He could have just kept throwing. And there it is, boys. Why are you running, man? Just charge at him. I think him like running, being afraid, that was bad. But there it is, boys. There it is. Zico taking the W. Blorby is level 12, but Infestor does have the whole world buff on him, and there's a dwarf green one dancing on the left side is distracting me. There is a judgment and the stun being used. Infestor will be in the lead because he did land the Hodge first, and the marble being used. Both party member throwing the marbles. I'm not sure why Infestor went sword and board there and swapped back. He just resetted his melee swing. That was the biggest throw of his life there. Big potion. He was doing so well at the start. And just auto attack, and he's going at it. There's that stun onto Investor. He might have to bubble here, but the Hellstone being used instead. Saving that bubble. There's that lay of hand. Will Investor trade his cooldown? There is that bubble. He's got to heal to full here. And Blorby just has to drink to full if he can, but Investor just charging onto him, and Blorby getting that tick of drink here. I think Investor is in the lead. Big judgment being used. I think he should have saved that judgment. But he did get some mana back here. And Investor getting dangerously low. Holy Light being casted. I think that cast might have been a throw here. Oh, it's such a close match. And there's that stun. And the lay of hand. And it's GG for the Blorby. He needs to unbind that macro to Sword and Board. There's zero value on Sword and Board at this level, chat. Zero value. It's not worth it. Okay, all this Warlock has to do is get on top of him and try to get a fear before he gets a poly. And dot him up and Warlock can win. Just fear spam, dot, wand, GG. Or Sony just blast. Polymorph, max range blast. That's what we're gonna see. Alright, the dots. Oh, dude. I don't know why they go for the dot first. He should have just casted Fear immediately as he's casting Fear. And the pet is dead. He is taking that Josito strat right there. Sony being vigilant and picking up the strat immediately. He's going to go for a full drink here. I hope I see this Warlock cast a Fear instead of casting Agony. Or Corruption, I mean. Okay, he is catching. Just summon the pet! Summon the pet! Oh, I would have just summoned the pet back there, man. But we got the dots again. There's a Fear casting! Oh, shit. This is bad for Sony. This is cold red now. The Immolate's gonna range. Unfortunately, he should go for a pet summon right here while he's dancing in the street over there. Or at least dot up. What are you doing? You're full health. What was that bandage? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not sure what these players are doing here, but there's that big damage coming through. Sony does have to go for a reset here, potentially polymorph. He's getting dangerously low, and Sony might blast him back here. You need to get a Fear though. There's that health pod being used. Fear being cast as a Sony's dangerously and the dots are ticking. Now would have been an insane time to bandage up and try to close up, but I think the dots will just burn him down here unless he wants to like eat and walk towards him. He's making a stone. I'm not sure what I'm witnessing here because his health stone is probably on cooldown. Are they going for a reset? What is happening, ladies and gentlemen? What am I witnessing right now? The Warlock is absolutely throwing. He should have summoned the pet there at least. Now he's doing it. It's so late. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm getting a little frustrated here. Cast something, Warlock. I'm not sure what he's trying to walk up to get that Fear, but it's getting ranged and will not be able to land it. The Immolate will not land as well here. Oh, it does land perfectly because Sony does manage to walk back into it. The Warlock had this and he absolutely threw. Absolutely threw, chat. Absolutely threw. Alright, Holy Sax Boy versus Nims. Let's see it. There we go. Oh, it's already happening. Holy Sax Boy doing so much damage to Mr. Nim. And there's that health candy being used. I love that bubble on the Fear. That's what I was talking about all day long. And Holy Sax Boy finally doing what I was talking about. And there's that Fear being casted once again. But he did get a lot of cooldown out of Mr. Nimbus. And Holy Sax Boy, he's got to catch up. But if the Warlock just puts a dot on and walks the opposite way, the Paladin will never catch him. Would have been nice to see that from the Warlock. He might actually do that. Yeah, just run one way. The Paladin will never catch him. You got to run straight though, my boy. There's a heal being casted. There's a dot taking it once again. Yo, wait for that Fear DR to go off and you get a full DR soon. Oh, it's melting him. There's that Fear being casted to counter the cast here. I'm liking what Mr. Nimbus is doing. There's that big corruption being casted and melting away. Big immolation, but gets ranged. Unfortunately, there's a heal going through once again. He does get the immolation off, and the dots are ticking. He needs to run the opposite way. Straight run, though. Do not give him any chance. This is looking super good for Nimbus. And there's that fear once again. He does get that heal off, but no matter. The dots are ticking and the Paladin is cooking. There's that potion being used from Mr. Holy Sax Boy. And Nim doing a good job kiting away. There's that Hodge. He will do some damage here. I'm not sure if Nim will get this. And does get that 1 second fear. He just got to run the opposite way. Stop casting. Just run one way, Mr. Nim. Oh, you should have ran a little bit earlier. Now he can throw Judgment and just kill you from Judgment. Oh, but the Holy Sax Boy. What are you doing, dude? Your fear was on DR. Dude, your last fear was 2 seconds. Why would you go for a third fear? He's wasting. He's letting him win right there. Literally taking off his clothes and saying, fuck me in the ass, please. Nim throwing hard here. At least throw one agony as you run away. I'm not sure why you're not casting anything here. There's a fear being casted once again, ladies and gentlemen, into the triple dot. Nim, you gotta get a pet summon too with that fear or something when he's in Africa. That'd be cool to see. Oh, he might actually take this. Little wand being used. I think Nim has this. Oh, there's a Hodge unless he finishes here. Oh, the potion and the fear and the left hand. Okay, Nim, do the same thing. And you can take this. Just run the other way though, man. Get ready to run. Oh, fear is so powerful, ladies and gentlemen. There's a dot on the Holy Sax Boy. Okay, it's clicking to Nim. He's understanding what he should do. He's doing it well now. He's delivering it. Just don't DR fear, man. Oh my fucking god. What are you doing, man? Okay, it was a 2 second DR fear. He should have waited a little bit, but went for it prematurely. He pops a scroll. Great thinking. Both party member popping a scroll. And there is that full fear being casted. And full dot being loaded. And he has no more bubble. No more lay of hand. The Warlock has it in his pocket right now. The Hodge being landed. He needs to fear and create a new Hellstone. Because he used his last one, right? And I think potion's on cooldown. The dots are ticking. He might just take it even without it. There's that potion being used by the Paladin. I'm not sure how many potions they have each. Ooh. He's gonna have Hodge up in like 30 seconds now. Nim, what are you doing, my boy? He's just waiting for that regen, I guess. Okay, Agony is dropping. Nimbus getting that fear casted off. Can he get it though? Oh. Nim, you have to bandage. Go to Africa and bandage. Or eat. That's fine. Okay, he's getting real good. Cast a fear. Cast another fear right now into Immolate. Oh, okay. Okay, that's fine. Corruption. Immolate 2, being a little bit greedy. You need to run though. He's gonna stun you, man. Don't give him that 10-yard range. Fuck, man. You idiot. You had that in the bag. You got the bubble in the left hand. Close, man. Honestly, Mr. Nimbus, you played pretty well. That wasn't bad. Alright, here we go. Fire Starves versus Josito. This could go both ways. If the Mage knows how to polykite and it's Josito Jones, he's a player that knows what to do. Alright, here we go, chat. Josito versus Fire Starve. It could go both ways, chat. Alright, I think it's starting, chat. He rebuffs Smite. Seal of Crusader is on, and there's that polymorph landing. Josie going for that one tick since he just polymorphed and going for a Fire Blast. Oh, doesn't get to connect that rank 1 Frostbolt. Fire does not want to give to him. There is that heal being casted. He's going to be a wheelchair. Andy Josito needs to move though, so he doesn't get hodged or judgmented. Jose doing a great job kiting away. Rank 1 Frostbolt should be being used here. And there's that hodge. A little bit slow by the Jose Jones. And there's that heal being casted onto the Nova. Nova canceling out. Every class has died somehow. Not sure how he died. And Josito just kiting him out. He's got a reset. every time he gets a bubble or lay of hand. That's when he got a poly and bodybuilder eat to full and fire just canceling out. I'm not sure if that was a good cancel out, but he is doing some damage there and Hosey is just on the run. I would like to see that bubble being used on a root, or if he had a Hodge up so he could combo line that up. That bubble was not too good from my opinion as a longtime Paladin player, and Hosey is getting that mana tick as he is walking and eating the OG strat from CDL 2019. And there's that rank 1 Frostbow being used and the Judgment being casted on. I think the Hodge is coming up very soon, but the root lands. Fire still full health, and Hosey with that fireball cast. This might be a long duel too. Fire going the opposite way because he wants to get that heal before Hosey can land a nice Frostbolt. And there is that rank 1 Frostbolt for the slow, and Hosey will try to burn him down here. Is Hosey still wearing a level 1 chest? I think it might be. And there is that stun into Judgment. Oh, he's throwing! He should have done damage instead of heal. This might be a long duel, chat. Both are playing super safe. This is going to be a long one. Like Firestarter, after that Hodge, he should have been on top of him, banging him crazy out of his mind, but he went for a heal instead. That would have pressured Hosey hard, since he has like no gear on and might have even got a pot out. He's got to use his bubble better too. It's probably going to come back up. And there is that combination once again here. Big heal being casted by Fire into a Fireball, into an Arcane Missile. Oh, Hosey took my tip from the last tournament he was in. I hosted a tournament and I told him he needs to train Arcane Missile, and he didn't last time and he lost because of that. If you don't know, Arcane Missile can interrupt the cast ticks. Like it gives you a little knockback. So versus Mage, the knockbacks are fine. And when he was going for heal there, he used it to knock back. And Hosito now finally going for another reset here, but he didn't get any cooldown, so it's not looking too hot for him here. He's got to get bubble, potion, lay of hand, a lot to go through, but he doesn't have that pressure because he's still level 10. He's getting full mana, eating to full health. There's a big fireball into a Nova. Hosey making max distance. He doesn't want any judgments or stuns landing on him. There's that fat heal going through by Firestarve. This will be a mana game. Hosey doing his best to just wand through though with the rank 1 Frostbolt. It's not a bad play here. He's been testing out the waters within that 2 polymorphs, and he's already adapting. Trying to throw wand much as possible in the rank 1 Frostbolt. There is that stun being used. Will Fire do a lot of damage here? There is that swing into Nova and heal being casted immediately. And there's that fireball being casted into a big combo with the grenade dynamite, but not enough to finish him. And Hosey just walking away. Will he get a little wand off? No, he goes for the safe play and goes for another eat. And there is that polymorph being used. This is not bad because Fire is now a little bit But Hosey's got to drink up fast and attack fast before he regens all his mana. Okay, he breaks out. There's that rank 1 Frostbolt being casted. Fire at half mana. Just has pot and lay of hand. I think I missaid he still has bubble. He doesn't. He might get it back soon though in like 2 minutes. There's that might being used as well. Already getting full mana back from all that region. He's not clicking anything. He's just kiting away far. Hosey getting that drink off. Maybe we see a little Arcane Missile. We don't. Everyone's trying to play this so safe. Somebody's got to be a man and just go domination mode. They're both playing safe, where he's healing and he's just eating. Somebody's got to put the pressure. And there is that resist on the Hodge. That's going to be huge for Hosey. Hosey should capitalize on this and do the most damage he can. And here it comes. Big blasters. There's a big heal coming through. 42% mana once again. But they can't be a poo, so they got to just go hambo and not let each other reset. He doesn't have Hodge for another 30 seconds. He might have bubble back. Hosey with that little wand. He should have went for the Arcane Missile right on his face right there. That would have been insane. But Hosey not optimizing because he's not used to low level Mage duels. Arcane Missile on his face would have been insane. Interrupt on those heals. Knockbacks. And there are the wands. Fire getting a little bit He's not casting anything though because he wants to get his mana regen back. If you don't use any abilities, you do gain the mana back. And look at him already regening all that mana. Low level duels. The regen is insane. And there is the wand being used with the rank 1 Frostbolt being optimized. He will have a Hodge soon. He might have to lay off hand soon. There is that heal again. Hosey, you need to get that little knockback with the Arcane Missile, but he's not doing it. And Fire started going for that big damage play. There is that Nova once again here. Fire had a little bubble. He should have just instantly bubbled that Nova and went for his ass right away. Hosey might be in trouble here unless he has a potion or a reset, and he still has Lay on Hand. I'm not sure if Hosey knows that. Hopefully he understands and plays it safe. There's that potion being used from Firestarve, but being slowed by touching Hosey. And no Hodge for another 30 seconds here. Hosey with that nice. Ooh, bandage being cancelled by Wand. Okay, they're both in it for the bag right now. They're not playing like Pusos. They're just going all in, and Fire barely gets that. Heal off. If he has Judgment, it might be dangerous for Hosey. Hosey did have a Warlock candy in his back pocket. Ooh, Fire is being a little greedy with his Lay of Hand. If Hosey has a grenade into a Fire Blast, he might just die here. Oh, I'm not sure if Hosey had his Fire Blast. I think he could have ended it. But there is that Lay on Hand. And Hosey now have gotten all the cooldown, 2 bubbles and Lay of Hand. I think the next close Fire should go down unless he has a potion in the back pocket. And Hosey just going for that big blast. He's not going for the full reset because he doesn't want Fire to get a full reset on the mana ticks. There's that wand being utilized, saving the mana, trying to get the full mana percentage. Both parties not using any mana. But Hosey does look like he's in the lead here. He's got every cooldown. He's just got to go through now. Firestarter might get his bubble back in like 3 minutes-ish. There's that Hodge being landed. Hosey is scared here. Does he have a dynamite combination? Not too much damage being put out there. I would love to see Hosey use that Arcane Missile, but not using it as well. I might even like message him in game or something like that. When he Nova and casts the Holy Light immediately, he should just immediately Arcane Missile. The knockback's insane. But it's still going positive for Hosey. He's wanding and closing up to Fire. Fire with that Holy Light cast. Gets it. He still has really good amount of mana. Hosey's got to put that pressure on. Hopefully nothing resists. There's a wand being utilized. And the Nova. Perfect range. There's that heal cast through. I would love to see those Arcane Missiles not being used. Big Fireball. Wand combination. Oh, he should have went for a rank 1 Frostbolt there. He's got to get that slow somehow. He probably has Nova back in a few seconds. There is that rank 1 being casted, but the nade into a stun combination. Big damage coming through. Hosey with that full potion, jugging it up. Both party members using that potion. Firestar, absolutely no cooldown unless Hosey stalls for 1 more minute. And he might have bow back. I'm not sure why Fire canceled that heal. He should have went for it. And now he is on the back foot, running away. The rank 1 Frostbolt will not land. Fire is trying to buy time so he can get his bubble back. And Hosey is on the chase here. Yeah, at this level there's no mobility, so it's just a walking the dog park. And there's that Frostbolt rank 1 into Fireball. I'm getting a little hungry here. I hope this duel ends soon because I'd like to go eat something soon. Rank 1 Frostbolt being used. Holy Light. Oh, he has his bubble back now. Firestarter's stalling it out right now. He has his bubble back. And if Hosey's not prepared for it, he might pay the price. Oh, there's a Nova. No Arcane Missile once again. He's just wanding it up to save mana, preserving it all. So he could do a big blast. There's the rank 1 Frostbolt being used. Fire's still good on mana. He wants to get close enough to get a Hodge and just bang him out of his mind and then bubble out of a root or something. He's lining it up and here it comes. Will he do the biggest damage? Does absolutely Z damage. And Fire Doesn't use the bubble as well to play offensive. Going for those heals. He's getting very low here. Hosey, maybe just finish it. There's that frostbolt being used once again. Fire is getting dangerously low here. This might be it, chat. Prepare the 07 soon. I think Fire just have his bubble soon. He has it up, I think. Well, he's getting low on mana too. He's got to go for a rank 1 frost. There it is. The rank 1 frostbolt being landed with the wand combination. Fire getting the heal off. Big frostbolt. Fireball. No one is Victor. What is this on the screen? Oh, Hosey's trying to finish. He's almost zoomed though. Oh, big potion. Fire's too. Fire's so What the fuck happened? Whoa, what is that? Why did they do that? It's about to end soon.
Oh my
God. If you outplay the gods of the universe.
Oh my god. Oh
Incredible.
my gosh.
Incredible.
That is wild.
I mean, it's unfortunate
Did
that
she
we had
have
to
to do it again?
Wait, why would they do that? The duel was about to end, man. Oh my. Yeah, if I'm Hosey, I'll be pissed. He had that in the fucking bag. Oh my, that's so fucked, dude. I mean, unless they specify that there's a timer limit. Dude, he literally got his bubble out. And that was it. He had no more lay of hand. Luxia versus El Goblino. Another Paladin Mage matchup. Wait, is it Luxia versus Zico actually? We might see the same thing, chat. I'm gonna go get some food real fast. Luxia doesn't have two-hander again? There's no way he's winning this chat. He won? Wait, did he fight Zico, El Goblino? Oh, he wasn't fighting Zico. Okay. I thought he was fighting Zico. I guess they're fighting later then? What did he fight then? Paladin versus Paladin? That two-hander Pally, I didn't get to see it. I wish I saw it. Should we go back and see it? Because this match is going to take 10 years, I think, right? I'll watch a little bit of it. Zico does know how to burst, and he might just burst him down before he bubbles. So what he wants to bank off here is Frostbolt, Fire Blast into a nade combination, like boom, 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 and he could die. That's what he wants to go for. And they're both playing very aggressive here is what I like to see. And Zico is in the back foot because he's one level lower. Could happen with a lot of resist here. And he's taking so much fucking damage here. Instant. That was well played by the Paladin. He bubbled, cancelled, killed him right away. That's what I really like to see. That was insane, man. Holy moly. Infestor taking the W. Damn. Alright, we have Sony versus Nim. Wait, I thought Holy Sax Boy won. What happened? Didn't Nimbus die? You got a DQ. Why? Well, unless Mr. Nimbus goes for fear, it's over for him, man. At least get a dot on him, sir. Nimbus put a dot on him, sir. One agony, maybe? Nimbus, one agony and run at him, man. One agony, Nimbus. Okay, there's the agony, finally. And there's a popping trade. You should feel right now. A little bit slow, man. Nimbus, if he's running, just run the opposite way. Just get an imp. Yes. I love that. He's going for poly, though. He should have canceled right away. And go for a fear trade when he goes for a poly like that. Okay, he can still win this. If Nim could get one fear and get a pet out and just juice it up, that's what we're looking at. Oh, he might take this. We'll see. There's the dots being ticked on. The polymorph did break a little bit earlier. Nim is low, but he used a pot, right? I don't know if he still has a candy. Oh, Mr. Nimbus. Chat, did Nimbus use a soul candy? He did earlier? Okay, I must have missed it. I saw a pot. Oh, Luxia versus Infestor. Alright, here we go, boys. Luxia with this tiny dick hammer, trying to beat up Infestor, but Infestor with that mighty big two-hander chonker just chonking him away here. There's that bubble being traded off, and Infestor kiting away, trying to get the heal off. Both partner members trading some heals here, and Luxia going for the bandage. You need to get in! Look, Infestor, what are you doing? Just beat him up, he's low. Fucking with your two-handed mighty weapon. I hope his Hodge is coming back. And ladies and gentlemen, there's that lay on hand being used. Infestor still has bubble and lay of hand. And Luxia still that tiny little baby dinosaur weapon. Infestor, never cast a heal like that. Just bubble next time, man. You're throwing. You're scaring me right now. I'm trying to tell everyone two-handers better than one-hander. Infestor's being very greedy here, though, with this bubble. You're scaring me. And there he goes. Chat, what did I say? Two-hander is better than tiny one-handed weapon. It's not it, man. It's not it. I've done a bunch of Mak'goras. Yeah, tiny dick weapon will not do anything. You need a big weapon. I love Luxia, but yeah, he should have had a two-handed weapon, man. Could have been Tommy. So yeah, true, man. All right, here we go. C-Dank versus Sony. C-Dank is trying to be on top of it, and Sony is not accepting the duel until he gets him off of him. And there is that big swing into the judgment, but the Nova does land, and the pot is being used early here. And the polymorph does land. He cancels it immediately. I'm not sure if that was a good bubble by C-Dank. I'm not gonna lie. I think he should have waited for a Hodge combination. Kind of like how we saw the last Paladin do. Okay, this might be a long ride, boys. Here we go. Grab your popcorns and your chips. Little drinks, of course. Big combination being used on C-Dank. C-Dank, no more bubble. He still has left hand, though. Using a Holy Light. Barely getting it off there. Taking so much damage. He should go for Holy Light again. Sony's almost here. He does get the heal off. Alright, catches up now. Slow is off in 1 second. Sony might want to go for a little drinky poo here. There is that polymorph, and Sony will get his drink. Resetting the duel fully. But Sony's in the lead because C-Dank has no more bubble. He needs to milk out, lay on hand, and C-Dank will be able to die. C-Dank rebuffing his might. Full health, running in into him. There's a re-poly. Sony wants to max distance here. There's another polymorph going by Sony. He wants to get that full reset. And there's the rank 1 frostbolt being used. The little dynamite being used by C-Dank. I think that dynamite was a waste, though. I wouldn't use it like that. I would try to combo it with the swing so that you could actually damage him. Just using it like that has no value at all, unless you're interrupting a eat. C-Dank doing his best to wheelchair over. There's that rank 1 frostbolt used again. Seeding just slowly waddling. That was DR Poly. He will not be able to land it. There is that Hodge. The grenade would have been insane to use here. Potentially even a bubble, but unfortunately he does not have the cooldown. And Sony is running to Jupiter right now. He's trying to get on the Tesla. Seeding just running towards him. Slowly closing on a spray. Sony eat walking. There's that polymorph being used. Hopefully we don't get a 10-minute match and both of them dies to fall damage. Or maybe it might happen. Okay, big fireball into frostball combination. Great combination by Sony there. Holy Light is being traded off, and that big combination with the dynamite as well. And there's a re-polymorph into a damage. That polymorph was good to see to interrupt that Holy Light by Sony, but no matter. Seeding gets that cast off. Full health, full on mana. Sony not having too much mana. He's gonna want to do a little reset here. Hopefully Seeding gets his bubble back soon. Maybe in 2 minutes, and he can do a big combination and utilizing that bubble to get out of a CC to end the kill. Sony going for that reset. There's the polymorph. And he will eat to full here. There's a naked Night Elf disrespecting a little bit. Touching Seeding with no consent. He might have to go to jail soon. Sony getting that full health as he walks away. Seeding doing his best to catch up. There's another polymorph coming through. Sony wants that full reset. Max range. Fireball big coming through into a rank 1 frostball to slow down the man. And a fireball combination. Big nuclear weapon. And there's that Hodge trying to catch up to Sony. Does Sony have a little Nova? And there's a Nova. Seeding has to cast a heal here. And there's that polymorph into a nade. Seeding left hands. Seeding has no cooldowns left. I think he does have a bubble coming back up, and he's trying to be aggressive much as possible. A little bit here as well. There's that dynamite being used and a resist on the poly. Insane resist, but no way to catch up to the Sony D unless he gets a little judgment here, and his Hodge is coming back up with the potion to full heal Sony D. And Seeding will sit this polymorph. Sony getting that full mana. He's just running to the next world. He's trying to buy time so he gets his potion cooldown back. But Seeding probably has his bubble cooldown back. Seeding has to use his bubble aggressively to win this. Hopefully he uses it well. Seeding doing the same thing, drinking as he's walking. And Sony with that polymorph. Going for the full Giga Blast combination. And it resists, unfortunately. It's because he's 1 level behind Seeding. It's kind of like Chinese Tommy Salami over here. Seeding resisting a lot of abilities here. Not playing to Sony's favor, but the root does land, and that is what matters the most. And Seeding bubbles off the root. Does he have a Hodge to connect this? Oh, I feel like Seeding kind of... Does he have a Hodge for this cast? Oh, insane! Oh, so close! Doesn't get the kill. And now Seeding has no more cooldown. He's gonna have to wait another 5 minutes for a buff. That was his kill potential right there. Sony doing his best job. Eating and walking away. We are closing in to 6-7 minutes of the duel. I believe they have 3 minutes until both members are killed. Unless Blizzard doesn't kill them for some reason. But Seeding is getting dangerously low here. He's got to go for a heal. There's a little bandage take. I'm not sure if that was a good GCD. Felt like a little waste. He needs to cast, but he might polymorph cancel it. Sony doesn't polymorph cancel it. There is that polymorph cancel. Seeding needs to just heal instantly so he doesn't die. What is Seeding doing? Why did he cancel that heal? And Sony takes the win. Congrats to Sony. Seeding threw so hard there. I don't know why he moved. And the final will be Infestor versus Sony D. Okay, Sony is fully buffed. Has Thorns as well. That Druid not giving thorns to the Paladin though. Kind of one-sided here. Okay, big Fire Blast. Sony needs to do the same thing and he could take this W here. But will Infestor make the same mistake as Seeding? Oh my god, Sony's just doing so much damage and pressure here. There's that Polymorph canceling it immediately with the Fire Blaster. Holy moly, Infestor is forced to use a potion there. Trying to close in. Sony is going indeed. And Sony with the mana pot as well here. With the Polymorph into a big combination. And will he get the seal off? He does get it off barely. And he will live the burst of the Sony. That was some scary burst right there. And Infestor now just Terminator walking to Sony. But Sony will go for the full reset. Eating, spamming the drink on the tick here. But Infestor doing the same thing. Drinking as he's walking. Two good players making it this far. And there's that Polymorph. And Sony D will go for that big Fire Blast Frostbolt combination. After he gets one more little sippy poo, of course. But I believe Infestors did save a bubble and still has lay of hand. So he's doing a great job here. The resist on the little fireball. But the Frostbolt lands and he is hindered in the movements. There's a nice heal being casted through. Infestor doing his best to close up, but so much damage going through by Sony. Nice little combination. I like what Sony's doing. A little Polymorph and canceling it immediately. Oof. Okay, Sony did use his Nova there too. And Infestor just waiting it out. Popping a seal, wanting to get close to Sony. Both drinking and walking once again. Both playing crazy out of their minds. I wish I could see how much potion they have each left. Chat, who do you think wins this? Infestor or the Sony D? Dude, that is a big burst. Holy moly, there is that Hodge. Infestor is playing very aggressive. That's what I like to see. He might get the poly off first, and he does. There's that potion being used by Infestor. Holy moly. Dude, I gotta say, Infestor's playing this very well too, man. I gotta give it to him. There's that armor reduction. He might get the big swing here. He doesn't. The bubble comes through, but he won't get too much value out of it, for he does not have a Hodge. Oof. Oh, resist! One more swing! Oh, it doesn't get a swing. The swings are just too slow here. And the root does happen. There is that Holy Light being traded. He has Leo in hand still. A Polymorph being used. If they reach 10 minutes, does it mean the other guy wins? I think they're gonna let this one play out because this one's the final. I don't think there's gonna be a timer for this, or will there? For finals? Probably not, right? I don't know how many nades Sony still has left. He's probably almost out, right? Okay, Infestor's buying some time to get some cooldown back, I believe, here. His forbearance is gone too. There's the Polymorph being used. Fireball Frostball combination. Big damage, already half health. There's a Polymorph to cancel it out, but Sony cancels it knowing that it was a little bit late there. Frostbolt. I don't know if Sony has any more nades left. I think he might have used them all. There's a little desperate bandage tick as well from Infestor. Good to see. He does have a lot of mana going into this. Sony's almost zoom here. Gets a 2 Holy Light off. Sony drinking and walking once again. Next, good to see you too. There is that armor reduction being added on to Sony. Infestor with the heart so he can do the biggest swing. I'm loving what Infestor is doing here. Pre-fairy firing so he gets some big swing, but he is not getting the big swings he wants. And the Polymorph lands once again. Infestor just sitting that little sheepy poo. Nothing he can do. He must have his bubble back soon, maybe in about 2 minutes or so. Infestor buying some time, playing it safe and sound. Rank 1 Frostbolt from Sony D. Polymorph. Crossbow being used into a big combination once again. Nova, I'm not sure if that was a resist or a miss. It's hard to tell from that distance. Might have been a resist. There's that polymorph being casted into a grenade. Barely got that off. I think that was a resist on the frostbow, but I think he would have got that heal off anyways. The polymorph is on Mega DR, so it does not land. Sony is on the back foot, but Infestor will not be able to catch him. Infestor's switching things up. He's going for the little tiny dick weapon. He wants to get that double swing in one Hodge, I believe. Both spamming drink as they walk. I'm not sure how many drinks they have left. There is that Hodge coming through. And he switches the weapon. I don't know what that was, Infestor. I don't know why he had a sword and board on and he switched to two-hand when he got close, because that resets the swing timer and he wasted a Hodge there. That was a potential big damage, but he didn't get to do anything because of that weapon swap last second. It might have been a macro. I feel like he should just unbind that sword and board. And there's the big damage coming through. And Infestor running the opposite way to range this. And it appears I got a message from Comics here. Infestor doing a little heal here. I'll reply to Comics a little bit later. Oh, a Hodge resist. Unfortunate for the Infestor. Oh my goodness. There's that nade. How many nades does Sony have? Did somebody trade him all his nades? Somebody must have, right? I feel like he used more than 15, no? They're just duking it out. Holy moly, there's that mana pop being used as well. Infestor is now. I don't think he has any more potions left. This is not looking good for the Infestor. There's that desperation bandage. Cancels with Nova. Oh! The heal being used. Oh! Oh my god, heal into candy. Oh my god, this is kind of insane. Sony leveled with the 14 slaughter. Wait, he had a 14 slaughter? How did he get stuff? There's a big swing. Can he get one more swing before the poly? Ooh. There's a cancel on the bubble. Oh, dude, if he has a stun, he can win this. Oh! Oh my god! Infestor takes the W. Holy moly! Well played. Infestor played that well, man. Infestor played that well. Savix approved. Good shit, man. That was well played. Holy moly.
Also,
Hey, what does he win? Does he get $5?
standing out of all
Oh, the Murloc. Yo, can I trade in my 6 month for the Murloc costume?
Hey, wait, you get 3 Blizzard Bears?
One for
What?
each streamer killed. He killed Zico, Luxia, and yourself. But
Holy-
Sony, first of all, I
Yo,
wanna
give me
say,
a Blizzard Bear!
You killed 2 pallies today, and you almost killed a 3rd. And I must say, man, props on the Mage play, on the polymorph pseudo interrupt, on the holy lights, bro. That was really smart. No one else did that.
Yo,
you like came up with that.
King!
And was working to take down pallies.
Yeah,
What
this is
happened there?
Blizzard
That's
Bear.
cool, though.
Dude, I just minor misplays. I should have just went for another sheep reset. I had it in the bag. It was coming down to the wire, but you know, I panicked a little bit. I'm not used to Mage. I'm used to Warrior, so I missed my Nova. That was the game deciding moment. I missed my Nova because I don't know the range on Nova.
Oh, that was a
So,
miss
I mean,
then.
you finally got to feel how mages feel. Like they're just kind of weak.
I wanna hear, yeah, I wanna hear the winner POV too.
That,
In
There
what
we go. You
world
heard it
do
first
you?
Let's
here
hear
from
Infestor.
Sony. Mages need buffs.
I
That's right.
was thinking in Season of Discovery. like, mages
Okay,
can
Zarya,
do
calm
damage, now
down,
we can heal.
man.
I'm thinking, why don't we just let them tank?
Our celebrity contestant.
Dude, the winner doesn't even get a. What the fuck? Why did they get? They don't even get an interview. To be fair, my team didn't even get an interview for winning the BFD.
Pour up madness here at the very
They don't care about us, man. They only care about big streamers or something.